RuggedMinds.com.
Okay, I just recently purchased another budget headset for a fourth passenger in my plane, and I was cleaning out the plane today, and I had to remove all the headsets and everything, and I kind of figured, well, why don't I make a quick kind of rundown of these three budget headsets that I've got for maybe those that are kind of just getting started in flying and don't want to spend a fortune on a headset yet. All three of these are passive noise reduction. They don't have active noise reduction. You're gonna have to pay a lot more for that. But I've kind of arranged these from cheapest to most expensive, and I'll just give a quick opinion on each one of these. These are the ones that I just bought. This is the RuggedAir RA200. My only real gripe with these is this boom here isn't quite as large as the other two, and for whatever reason, maybe I've got a big noggin, I don't know, but it just barely reaches around to the front of my mouth. My wife tried them on, and of course she's a little bit smaller, and she didn't have any trouble with them. So unless you're a really big person, I wouldn't worry about it too much. But it is a little bit smaller than the other two. Comfort-wise, it's about the same as the Core P1. Sound dampening, I would say these are probably not quite as good as these, and these aren't quite as good as these. This is the Faro G2. So these are the cheapest. I just got these as a spare set for the occasional fourth passenger. That doesn't happen very often in a Cherokee, just because of weight, so I just got a cheap set. And this one was, I think I paid around $85. Between $85 and $90. These go for about $95, $100. That's the Core P1, Core Aviation P1, and this larger set is the Faro G2. I pretty much, there isn't a whole lot to say about these. I mean, they're reasonable quality. They've got a volume knob on the one side. They're adjustable like exactly the same as the other two, with the little thumb screw on the headset. They're decent quality, kind of pleather head pad. And it's comfortable enough. This one is pretty similar. I found the cores are just a little bit more comfortable. They fit my head a little better. It's got the little different boom on it, but it's just as adjustable as the other ones. And in some ways, I kind of prefer that style of boom. And it's adjustable via this thing on the side here, and of course these all swivel. This is the headset that my wife uses all the time. I haven't gotten her a fancy, Lightspeed or Bose or anything yet, so she's using those right now. The reason she's not using the more expensive Faro G2 is because of this microphone. For whatever reason, it could be just the comm system in my plane, but I had the same issue in the plane that I trained with. So I would, I'd try this headset out before you commit to buying it, because that microphone is significantly weaker than the other two, and it's a frustration you can do without, especially when you're just getting started. These definitely have better sound dampening. They have larger ear cups. There's more insulation. Sound-wise, they probably sound about the same. They all have the little jack for hooking up an MP3 player, and I've tested them all out, and they work fine. I don't use that feature, but it does work. The Faros have a knob on both sides. I don't know why. It's kind of I'd rather just have the one knob that controls both. Controlling them individually doesn't really make a whole lot of sense unless you've got a balance issue with the comm system in your plane, and then that might make some difference. But otherwise, it's just kind of a bother trying to get them both exactly the same level. So again, this is the RuggedAir RA200. It's probably the has the least sound dampening of the three that I have. It's decent quality. I've only used it a couple times just to test it out. It's reasonably comfortable. It's decent quality for the price. I'll give them that. It's only about $90. So if you're just getting started and you don't want to spend a ton, I got no issues with it. If I was getting started and I didn't want to spend a ton of money, this is probably the set I would get. The Core Aviation P1 series. All around, it's just a little bit more comfortable, little better sound dampening. Again, it's not active noise canceling, but it's decent. No issues with the microphone. I almost kind of prefer that style of boom for whatever reason. So it's been a good quality headset. I've had these for about a little over a year. No problems. We use them on a fairly regular basis and no issues. So they're a good quality headset and really good price. These have the best sound dampening, and this material up here is a little better quality. It's really soft and it's really comfortable. But again, that microphone could be the bane of your existence. It'll just depend on your plane. You may have zero problems with it, but I rarely use this headset because of that issue. It doesn't work well with the comm system on my plane or the plane that I trained in originally. It seemed to work okay in the Warrior that I flew for a little while, and I used it in a Skyhawk, and as far as I can remember, it worked okay in that plane. But the Skycatcher and the Cherokee that I actually own both have the same issue with that microphone, so I don't use them very often. Comfort and sound quality wise, these are definitely a step up from these two, but just be wary of that microphone. Other than that, it's a great starter headset. I think I paid $150 on sale. I think they go for around 170, 180, something like that. These Core Aviation are about $100, $90 to $100, and I think I paid $85 for these just recently. Again, I've only used them a couple times just to test them out. It's basically just a spare headset. So if you're looking for a budget headset, I'd give the nod to the Core Aviation P1. If you want a step up and you're willing to spend a little extra money and the microphone isn't an issue for you, these are awesome. They're a little bit more comfortable. They have better hearing protection. If you want bargain basement but still good quality headset, there's nothing wrong with these. That's the RuggedAir RA200. So whatever you're looking for, these are the ones that I have direct experience with. I don't have any problems. I don't have any huge complaints with any of them other than the microphone on the Faro. But again, your mileage might vary. So that's my experience with these three budget headsets. Thanks for watching.